back
to our Essence podcast.
This is episode
6.
Oh my gosh, it's episode 6 already.
I know.
Well, welcome back.
As usual, thanks for tuning in.
Yes.
We appreciate it. Again, don't forget to comment, like, share, and
subscribe.
Thank you.
All right, so we could start with like our win for the week if we have one. Losses for the week.
Just a regular week.
Yeah.
So my win is being alive.
That's good. That's always a good thing.
Mm-hmm. No losses.
Yeah.
No losses. Thank you, God.
Thank you. What's my no losses for this week? I don't think. But for my win for this week, it was a good week. That was a really long pause, but it was a pretty good week. Nothing too extreme. It was pretty calm, chill, nothing crazy. Yeah.
That's good.
So we can get into.
Let's also do like, what did you do for your mind?
Oh right, we haven't done that in a while. Yeah. You go first if you have one.
I just took a break, so like I wasn't like so much on the go. So I took a break. I mean, I still worked, but like I took like a mental break.
Yeah.
I only did like what was necessary. Right. So I did the bare minimum. So
I mean, sometimes that's what you need.
Yeah, and then watched lots of TV.
What did you watch?
Just a bunch of stuff on Netflix and YouTube.
Oh yeah.
I watch a lot of wedding videos on YouTube.
Really?
Yeah. I love love. Love is so cute. It's so nice. Amazing. And it's like wedding season, so it always makes me so happy.
Yeah, it probably gives you ideas too.
Yes, and it does give me ideas. Yeah.
What did I do for my body, mind, and soul this week? I ate right this week. I ate pretty good this week. I ate a lot of veggies. Didn't really eat too much junk food, which I was proud of myself for. It's also a win for the week, actually. Yeah. And I didn't really overthink it too much. I just kind of ate pretty good this week.
So it was just like a part of you.
Yeah, and I worked out 3 times this week, which is also pretty good. It's not the best.
It's better than
me. It was pretty good.
I didn't go to the gym at all.
Really?
Yeah.
So I wasn't hard on myself about that too much this week. So that was a win. At the same time, it's what I did for my body, soul, and mind for this week. So it was awesome.
Yeah. That's good.
So we can get right into this week's topic.
What are we talking about? What are we talking about? Gonna be talking about.
All right, let me stop. So today we wanted to kind of talk about our experience moving from Nigeria to United States and kind of talk about like what it was like and how old we were when we moved and how it's been going.
So like basically migrating from Nigeria and growing up in America as a Nigerian, what it's like.
Yeah. So I came here when I was 10 years old. So that was 2005.
Okay.
I think it was 2005. Yeah.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah, and it was... How old were you when you came?
I was 10 as well, but I was about to be 11.
Me too. So I came...
You came 2005, what, January?
January.
I came 2004, December.
Okay. And I would have been 11 in May.
Yeah, and I turned 11 in January.
Look, we came pretty close.
Yeah. Probably like a month apart.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Where did you guys stay? Like, were you in New Jersey when you moved here?
Yeah, so we landed in JFK in New York, but then we lived in New Jersey, like from the airport to New Jersey. My dad was already here.
Okay,
so, like,
same.
Just got an apartment. He already had an apartment. We just went straight to the apartment.
My dad was already here too, but he was here in December, and we came here in January.
My dad been here for like over a year.
So he guys already had things prepared for you guys.
Yeah.
Coming here, I don't remember too much, but I just remember like not really knowing where we're going. I didn't really have any expectations. It was just we got off the plane and it was cold. I wore a jeans skirt because in Nigeria you don't really wear pants in Nigeria, so we came with jeans skirt, and I remember being cold. But I had no expectations. I didn't understand anything that was going on. Everybody talked really fast. Like, even though I knew how to speak English already because of school in Nigeria, but I didn't understand what was going on because the way it's spoken here, it's a lot faster than what we're used to. that was like the first experience, my first impression of here. Like it was just cold, and I had no idea where I was.
For me, I don't remember like the weather. I know there was snow on the ground. Yeah. But I don't remember if I felt cold because my mom already like, because we had a stopover somewhere. I think that's when she made us change into like winter attire. Okay. So like I remember wearing, I had corduroy pants and like long sleeve, and then, so like I guess that's what made me didn't feel the cold. Yeah. I just remember I was so excited I just wanted to see my dad because it's been so long. So I was so excited to see my dad, and yeah, I was excited that we were moving to and that I made it because my parents had like threatened me that if I didn't, in Nigeria, you don't come in first. Oh, Lord, America. You're not going to America. So I think I came in third, and I was on graduation day, I was crying. Oh my God. And they were like, why are you crying? I was like, because I'm not going to go to America. So I remember, and then they were like, oh no, you'll still go, but just did that to scare you, like a scary tactic. Yeah. I guess it worked, but like, at the same time, it didn't work because I came in third, not first. But, so yeah, I just remember being happy to be here, and it was really dark because it was late at night. We were around nighttime. Yeah, and I just remember waking up the next day in the apartment. I was just happy, and I didn't really have too much expectations. Either.
Yeah, I didn't. Just going to school was what was like a shocking experience for me because we started school.
You started right away?
I think we started like April or March. Okay. Around that, because I remember it was towards the end of the year, so we started kind of late, because we had to adjust and kind of do all that. So I think it was around like April, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong because I have terrible memory, but it was around April. But I remember because in Nigeria, I was really active in Nigeria. Like I used to be in plays and do different activities. I used to talk a lot. I used to just like be so social in Nigeria. So when I came here, it was such a culture shock for me that it made me quiet. Like, I remember, like, when I would, in school, people talked really fast, so it was hard for me to understand a lot of things sometimes. Yeah. And people think that I was just stupid. Or they didn't think I was smart, and they would just question, like, how did you know how to speak English? You not know how to speak English? And, or when I would say something, obviously in English, they wouldn't understand what I was saying. So they were like, huh, what are you saying? So it made me really quiet. So ever since then, like, I wouldn't talk much in class. I was afraid to answer questions because I didn't want people to say, what are you saying? What like, you saying? Yeah. So that was like, it was a big culture shock for me that way too.
I don't remember what month we started school, but I know we had to stay home for a little bit because there was like paperwork. We had to get like immunization shots and all these different things. So, but definitely didn't. And then also when we came, they were on winter vacation.
Oh, okay. So you started like
after that. Okay. Definitely maybe around February-ish we started also. So, and then when we came also in Nigeria, I already finished. Primary school? I was supposed to be starting GSS1 in Nigeria.
Is that secondary
school? Okay. So we would have technically been like 7th grade here.
Or so that was high school.
No, because secondary school in Nigeria is 6 years. Okay. And high school here is 4 years. So secondary school is technically middle and high school put together. Gotcha. It's 6 years in Nigeria.
Okay. Yeah. But isn't the education in Nigeria a lot faster than it is
here? It is because it's like primary 1 to 5. 6, some schools have primary 6, not all. And then it's JS1, JS2, JS3. Okay. And then also you start at a younger age in Nigeria.
Yeah, because I remember I was supposed to start, I think, secondary school or something, and I had to get uniforms. So my parents, because we had to travel around that time, so my parents didn't want people to be asked, like, oh, why isn't Tilane going to school? Like, why is she home? So they made me start school. Like, they bought all the things I needed to get. And I was only there for, like, maybe, like, a few weeks or something.
My parents just, because they knew we were coming, they didn't make me start. Because secondary schools, the tuition is expensive.
My parents they paid for that. Like,
they wild. My mom me and my sister, we went to my grandma's place in Ibadan because we were living in Lagos. So we just stayed with her for a while. Okay. And then during that time too, my mom was doing some school program. Okay. In school. So, and then my brother was with her. And yeah, so that was it. Yeah, we just stayed with my cousins would be going to school in the morning and me and Lamade chilling in the house, grandma's house. So yeah, we didn't go to school. So I didn't go to school for like few months.
Oh, really?
And then we came here, also had a little break. So then in my head, I'm thinking, oh, maybe I'm probably going to start. My parents thought maybe I would start like grade 6 or 7. But because of my age, they made me do grade 5.
You know, that happened to me. Yeah.
And that was a little annoying to me. I was like, oh, I already know all these things.
Yeah.
And then also, they put me in ESL.
Me too.
And I'm like, English is not my second language.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Well, it's ours. Oh, because we spoke English.
English was my first language. Yoruba is my second language, if we're being honest.
Yes. Yeah. Because we had to speak it in Nigeria.
I went to a private school. So English was my first language in Nigeria. And we had like diction classes where they had
my gosh,
international teachers come in. And so like I felt like, why am I understand English, I write English, I speak English, why is, you know.
Yeah.
So I had to literally beg my parents to tell them to please test me out of ESL. So I tested out of ESL because I was just like, it would be like the Spanish kids and the other kids, and like I could understand why they were in there, and I'm just like,
yeah, I had the same
A for
experience.
Apple. Like, I'm just like, I know these things, take me out. So then I had to literally test out of ESL. And it was a big issue too, like for them requesting to test me out. English is not my second language.
My thing was they never tested me out for
so
me.
You
so like
ESL?
I stayed in ESL because we my school was in Deptford. I went to Deptford Elementary School. So I went to ESL, but like I understood everything. It was so easy. I didn't feel challenged at all, and I just felt like, why am I here? Because like I didn't understand why I needed to be there.
Oh yeah, I told my mom, get me out. Now.
Yeah, I was 10, so I wasn't 11 years old yet. So I was still 10 years old, and instead of putting me in like, I think, how old are you in like 4th grade, 5th grade? Yeah. Right? So they put me in 4th grade, right? And I was still in ESL. So then the next year, they made me repeat 4th grade again. Yeah, and my mom was fighting so hard to have them like put me where I'm supposed to, because she was like, she understands all these things, like she's already learned all this, she's way ahead of that. So they refused to test me out of 4th grade or ESL. So we moved from that township, went to a different township, and one of the ESL teachers in the next school that I went to, she was like, oh, like, she's fine, you just have her test out. So I remember taking like summer classes to kind of see where I was, and they took me from 4th grade to 6th grade. Thank God. Yeah, so but I don't understand why they think that because you're coming from an African country, like you don't understand what's going on. Meanwhile, we are way ahead of them.
Literally, we're way ahead of them. Like the stuff they were teaching us in math class, I already knew it, and so it was so easy for me.
I used to be so bored in class. I used to be so bored in class. Same. And then in 2nd grade, because they still had me in like the English, I don't. What kind of English? Like not the lower level English class, not the regular English class.
Really?
Like yeah, and I remember just being like, oh my God, like it was not challenging at all. I was so bored, and my ESL teacher said, okay, I didn't need ESL anymore, so she had me like transfer out of it. And she was like, okay, you're doing, because I literally would have hundreds in all my classes every single marking period. Like it was so not challenging at all. And so they had me leave the regular English class. I mean, not the regular, the lower, like the special English class to the regular English class. So they literally thought I was not capable of doing the things that I'm obviously capable of doing. So
another thing that I always remember is like walking into class, and it's when we first moved, we were living in Franklin, so it's predominantly white. So walking into class and being like one of the
only black person in the class.
And you know, in Nigeria, it's just we never really thought about color.
Yeah,
because everyone just looks the same and that's it. But then being thrown here and just like, whoa. Different colors, different everything, different accents, and you're just like, wow, where do I start from?
Yeah.
And everyone not on. Oh, what did you say? And I'm like, I'm speaking English.
Yeah, it made me so insecure about it. Yeah,
I used to be so outgoing and so out there in Nigeria, and then I came here and I just
it dims your light a lot. It really did. Because they will always just look at you like you're incompetent.
Yeah,
and you're the only black person. Well, I mean, you also. I was the only black person in my class.
I was one. Like, it wasn't the only black person, but it wasn't that many. Yeah,
most of like elementary school, middle school. Mostly, like in my classes, I was either one of the only black person, or maybe a couple other people, but predominantly white populated.
Yeah, and then I also remember when it was time for gym time in Nigeria. Gym time is so different. Like we have houses and insect sport. Like,
oh my gosh, I remember that.
Yes, so I remember I was in greenhouse. It's so much more different. It's so much more exciting. So it was time for gym, and then they were having us pick what activities you want to do, and I don't know, and I didn't even know what basketball was. And then also at this time, everyone in the class wanted to be friends with the new person. So everyone was literally like sucking up to me in a way. Oh, Elizabeth, come play basketball with us. I'm like, okay.
I don't know what I'm doing now.
So like I remember just like not knowing what to do, and then they started making fun of me that she doesn't know.
Oh my god.
I don't remember if it got to me. But I just remember like I would never forget that. Another thing I would never forget is like lunchtime. In Nigeria, you take your lunch to school.
Oh yeah, like so my mom would put it in this way.
Here it wasn't really common. The lunch was provided in the cafeteria. So that was also a culture shock, learning to eat those type of foods that you don't eat. Yeah. That you don't normally eat. And then lunchtime, everyone already had who they sat with. So then I remember there was this one. It was my first day. One of the girls that normally sits there wasn't in school that day. So that whole group was like, oh, come sit with us. The next day she came, and where am I supposed to sit?
Oh my god.
So I didn't know where to sit. So there was just so many, like, those things that I would always... And then another thing is, like, what I wore. The school we went to, my first, like, for 5th grade, there was no uniform. So, but my mom, as an African mom, in Nigeria you have uniforms, right? Yeah. So as an African mom, she had clothes. This is your clothes for Monday. This is your clothes for today. So every Monday, that's what I wore. Every Tuesday.
Oh my god!
This is your clothes for gym. Do you know how embarrassing that is?
Oh my god! No, my experience with like clothing was my parents have always been like, you have to dress proper and be like presentable. So in school, because in elementary school, people wear like sweatpants, jeans, like something casual. My mom wants me to wear like button down clothes, and I used to fight with her in the there was this one specific shirt.
Oh my god.
One specific shirt, like it was a gray shirt, and I hated this shirt because it was so dressy, and everybody at school was so casual, and I would just come looking like I'm going somewhere, you know.
They would wear sneakers, and I'm over here wearing dress shoes.
Yeah, and I just wanted to fit in, and I remember fighting with her to now wear this gray shirt, like this button down gray shirt, and I hated that shit for that reason.
At least you I don't think I just wore what they gave me.
Cause like it was, you had to be proper, you had to dress smart.
I don't want anyone to think that you don't have parents at home. Like especially I think from their perspective is they just came into an unknown land. So they don't want anyone to think that they don't know how to take care of their kids. Right, and then you already hear all these stories about in America the government can take your kids away from you. Right. So that fear was already instilled in them. I think that's probably where they were coming from, where they wanted us to be prim and proper. And also you will hear that, in America, the kids, they thought they become bad kids. There's gangs. So my mom's like, no, I don't want you to be joining the gang.
So you have to be smart.
You have to dress smart. So that was another thing that I always remembered. Yeah. And then I think, so that was 5th grade. And then 6th grade, I only did... I think I did do 6th grade. My 6th grade was when the bullying happened.
Really? What was the experience?
The only one thing that I really remember, someone said something and it really hit. After months of being bullied, so that one with him, I started crying in the class, like literally, and I had to get up and go to the bathroom because it was just so, I don't remember what they said, but I will never forget like crying but that day. That was the in my mind that no one's ever
gonna bully me again.
Gonna ever make me feel this way ever again.
That's so
then the 7th grade, we finished up 6th grade, and then we moved down here to Willenboro. Okay. And then it was all black kids. And I was like, hey, black people. It was like, bruh, it was such a different, so different. And I felt more,
You fit in more.
Yeah, so I slowly... found myself, made my friends. Even in 7th grade, even in Villanova, there was 2 bullies, but I didn't let it affect me.
I mean, I stayed in a predominantly white school, like elementary school, middle school, high school, throughout, except for college because I went to Willie P. But in middle school, I did sports. So I remember like people would always ask me about what Nigeria was like. Like, did you? Because I played soccer and field hockey, and they would ask me, and I did track, and they would ask me like. This was in middle school. Mm-hmm. Like, how was your house in Nigeria? Did you live in a hut? Like, did you see animals everywhere? And I just remember thinking, like, what? I've only been to the zoo one time in Nigeria. I don't see any.
I don't even think, did I ever go to the zoo?
Like, I remember thinking, like, we had a regular house.
I remember thinking, like, my house in America is smaller than my house in Nigeria. That's what I remember thinking.
And I was just like, what? I didn't even. I don't remember what my reply was, but I just kind of like.
I used to ignore those questions.
Yeah, so it's just like really stupid questions because of obvious lack of knowledge and all these things, and it's like they just I just always felt left out and out of place in while going through school where I lived. So that was like I felt out of place. I felt uncomfortable a lot of the time. And it brought a lot of insecurities where like I don't want to say the wrong thing because they will always ask like, "What are you talking about?"
Oh my
like,
God!
What? So
even with the black people,
I don't want to say the wrong thing. So therefore, I'll shut my mouth and not say anything because I don't want to be looked at as though I'm already the weird kid. And then my name also made me feel super insecure too because I had a really long name, and every time we had like a different teacher or something, they were just like. I'm just like,
it's really not that hard to say.
So it made me feel like it's something wrong with my name. Like I felt really insecure about that. Like why are they making it such a big deal? Because they made it a big deal at my school about that. Like how do you say your name? Say it. There was a sister that was like Oluwatimi. Like she made it into a song. Like they just made a big deal about my name. So that was another thing about that too.
Mine was with my last name. I didn't have an issue with my first name because it was Elizabeth. But my last name, oh my God, so many jokes. And I'm so glad I never, because I think at that point in Willenboro, I already had the mentality that no one's gonna make me gonna bully me about where I come from. Obviously, what they said still affected me and I made me insecure in certain ways because I used to be an outgoing, bubbly girl, and then I came to America and I became shy. And then it took me a while to finally
find your light again
and come back. Yeah. But oh my God, like it used to be I did your mom. My last name's I did your mom, and then it used to be like I did your mom. Kids can be so cruel.
Oh my God.
Elizabeth, I did your mom. Like they used to, I used to remember it was homeroom because
that's like disrespectful.
Homeroom, you're by in alphabetical order.
Yeah.
And the funny part is some of the kids that were even cracking the jokes were Nigerians. They were just Nigerians that were born here.
Oh,
so they already lived here for a while.
That's not fair.
And it's so funny nowadays because it's like now they're the ones claiming Nigeria with the Nigerian flag in their bio. But back then it wasn't cool to be Nigerian. Yeah. But now everyone wants to be Nigerian. Everyone wants to be African. It's so funny.
It's so annoying.
It's hilarious to me. It's really hilarious to me. Meanwhile, I was always claiming Nigeria for life. No one can take that away from me because that's
and they made you feel ashamed of where you came from.
I wouldn't say it made me. I don't
like
think
it made
they
you
never
feel
made me
insecure about it.
It made me insecure about myself, but it never made me feel ashamed about where I came from because if I was being honest, I was ready to go back because I'm like, is this your America?
I don't want to be here.
What's the hype? Literally, I was like, what is the hype?
Yeah,
like, it's so overhyped. It really is. It's because I'm like, bro, I had a driver in Nigeria. What is catching the bus? The driver would come pick you up. Take you and come pick you up like that. That was like living, and it was so much more freedom. I felt like I had in Nigeria compared to here, like
so much freedom, like
so much more freedom.
Yeah, and I remember like cause they always had trouble with my name. Another thing with that was both my first name and my middle name they always combined it like it's always together. So they instead of saying my full name, they'll just say Victoria. So they just stopped calling me Oluwatilang and they started calling me Victoria. And I did not like being called Victoria.
That's why you hate that name now.
Yeah, so then everybody just started calling me that. And to make my life easier, I'm just like, just call me Victoria. So after I graduated high school, I was like, please don't call me Victoria.
That's good.
So, because I like my first name a lot, and going to college, like, you know what, I'm gonna just own who I am, because like now I feel like myself again, because you know, maybe it was the environment that I was in. I'm like, it could be, but I just felt so much like myself after leaving high school. You know, because I felt like I found myself. I could be myself again. Because in college, nobody really cares about, like, you know, so I felt like myself. Like, don't call me Victoria, please. Just either call me Timlane or Timi. Like, yeah,
I would definitely say slowly towards the end of high school, but mostly in college is when I started getting back to the Elizabeth that I wanted to be. Yeah, that's crazy, bruh. Kids are so cruel.
Kids are horrible,
and I don't know where it comes from. Like, I don't know if it's from their home life or if them themselves are insecure. And that was
it's ignorance.
That's true. Also, around the time was when the whole African booty scratcher was coming, and for me, it never once affected me, because I'm just like, that's not even funny. Like, what are you saying? I'm just like, you people don't know what you're missing out on. Like, that's literally what I used to feel. It's literally
ignorance. When you don't know something and something's different, you want to make a big deal about what that difference is. That's literally what it is. It's ignorance.
For me, also, I just never understood why, because I went to a predominantly black high school. I never understood why they thought we were different. It took me a while to finally say, oh, okay, the slavery and everything. But I'm just, in my head, I'm like, why? We're the same. Like, why was there a separation between them and the Africans? Like, there was always that separation.
Oh, yeah.
But then
like, what do you mean?
Because they always felt like they were better than us.
Who, like the white
African Americans?
Oh, okay.
Always felt like they were better than Africans. Yeah, there was always that. Oh, we're better than you.
You're
gap. An African booty scratcher. You live in huts, and I'm like, my house in Nigeria.
It's not a hut.
It's way better than what I'm living in now. Actually, they brought me to America to suffer. Seriously, like, you live in the easy, good life in Nigeria.
Don't have to worry about
bills. But obviously, you know, our parents brought us here for better opportunities.
Right.
And so we're grateful for that. Because Nigeria, when you really look back at it, it's nice and it's enjoyable. But
you have money.
Yeah, it's only conducive when you really, really have stupid and bastard money.
Yeah, exactly. Because people that don't have money, I mean, the people are suffering in that country.
A lot of people
and, you know, we should be grateful that we got that opportunity to come here, you know.
Because in Nigeria, there's really no middle class. It's you either rich or poor.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
I would say in Nigeria, it's like filthy rich, then like maybe upper middle class, and then poor. Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't say we were poor. We were comfortable in Nigeria.
I would categorize myself with the upper middle class.
Oh, okay. I mean, I wouldn't say we were upper middle class. We weren't poor either.
Your parents had their own business. Yeah, that's what I mean by upper middle class.
Oh, okay.
Because there's no middle class in Nigeria. That's what I mean.
Like, you
were able to go to a private school.
Did I go to Did I go to private school?
There's no way you went to a public school.
I went to Catholic school.
So you went to a private school.
Yeah.
Your parents had to pay school fees.
Yeah.
So that's private. Yeah, because the public schools are free.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Oh my gosh, I remember growing up in Nigeria, because obviously it was my sister and I. She's 3 years older.
Michael was born here?
No, he was 2, so he didn't start school yet. He was only 2 years old. But I remember my dad would always take us to school, and he'll carry my sister because she was smaller, and I would just be like chasing after. I remember that so vivid. I don't know why, but we just always like run after my dad. Right. Yeah, right, I remember that so much. And going from school, my parents owned like a business, like a shop in somewhere in Nigeria. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It was in Mokola, so I remember like after school, like my sister and I would take like a bus to there, and just like that little adventure and that freedom.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I miss that. I miss riding on the Okada, getting on the bus to go do my hair, going down the street to buy get bread, like those things. Like life was so much more simpler.
Yeah,
I don't know, maybe because I was younger. That's why I'm feeling like
maybe
it probably wouldn't be the same now if it was still there. Yeah,
like my brother was a baby then, so they used to send me to go get him like Amaline with you.
Oh my God. Or you go and buy the book steal from the book and then open
in his bottle.
Oh my God.
Life is good, man.
Yeah. And overall, I'm grateful for the sacrifices our parents made to bring us here, because now we have brother experiences.
Yeah.
So we have like the both sides.
Yeah. How do you think they felt like relocating and bringing their whole family to this country?
I know it wasn't easy for them.
Yeah.
I was, especially for my mom. She gave up a lot, like on her businesses. Even my dad too. Like they both had their own businesses. Like life was good.
Yeah.
To come here and then they had to be literally start from scratch.
Beginning. That's literally how it is.
Yeah, working those odd jobs. Like there's no job.
Yeah.
There's no job my dad and my mom have not done. Like
to provide for your family.
And so people, they only do that because they wanted the best for us. Because they were living good in Nigeria.
Yeah, I don't know if I could ever, have that courage to move from one country to another with like 3 little kids. Yeah, it's a lot. So kudos to our parents.
Kudos to them. At least not to start from scratch. Yeah, the way they did. Yeah,
they did a lot for us. So we thank you guys.
Thank you guys. We love you. If you're listening.
My mom is probably listening.
Yeah, I know my mom's listening. My dad probably won't. But I know my mom's listening.
So thank you guys for all your sacrifices and giving us the chance to come here and grow up here. So we appreciate you guys.
We do. We really appreciate it. God bless you. I can't wait for you to be enjoying. Okay?
Enjoyment.
Yes.
Yeah. So life has been, now that we're older, it's obviously different. We found ourselves, and we're finding ourselves.
Still.
And we're still kind of, we have the best of both worlds, I feel.
Yeah, I definitely think so too. Yeah.
So it's been good so far. So
yeah, I wouldn't trade the experience.
I wouldn't either. Yeah. It just made us stronger. I feel like
definitely.
Yeah, it made us stronger, and you don't know how strong you are until you go through like that kind of change. So
and it just also makes you see people or like the human race from a different perspective,
right?
Because it's like literally thinking back like 10 plus years ago, you weren't even claiming Nigeria.
And all of a sudden,
now that it's popular and it's trending, you got the flag in your bio, your shaku shaku, like, so it's literally wild, but it's like, it's okay. I'm happy that they're finally like.
You think it's because of social media? Social media definitely like made that. Media. Yeah,
that's why I remember doing my senior year, like almost every Nigerian or African wanted to have Ankara prints for their prom.
Dashiki was a big thing at one point.
They wanted to have for their prom night, have some Ankara print in their outfit. Like Africa started to trend.
Yeah,
and I was so happy because like finally y'all giving us our the respect that we deserve. Yeah. No, there's literally no place like Africa.
Homeland, motherland.
Yeah. Well. forever repping.
Yeah, Naija. Green, white, green.
All day, every day.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys next week. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe,
and comment.
And comment below. Bye.